Carew Hall, it's packed tonight, everybody, as OLMA puts their 4-game winning streak on the line. Their arch rivals, Wildwood Catholic, is in town to meet the Villagers. Hi, everybody, live on BFA Sports. I'm Chris Lozzi, along with Steve Westcott, as usual. OLMA has a 4-game winning streak. They look across, they see Steve DePatry, all 537 career wins, and an 8-0 record. So I'm going to put it right to you. Can OLMA win tonight?
Yes. Yes, Arlington Mercy Academy can win tonight. There's some certain things that they're going to have to do and do very well in order to win tonight. They're going to have to limit their mistakes. They're going to have to limit turnovers tonight. Tonight's not a game where you can get away with 15, 16 turnovers. They're going to have to limit them to 10 or 11 or so, or in that range, in order to give themselves a shot. The second thing they have to do is they have to make free throws. That's been a little bit of an Achilles heel for them so far this year, and if they get a chance to get to the foul line, they're going to have to make them count and knock them down. The third thing is they have to minimize runs. If you let our Wildwood Catholic and Steve DePatry coach team get on a 6-8-0 run or a 10-2 run, that's okay. You can answer back from that, but you can't answer back from a 14-2, 16-2 run. That you can't do.
And speaking of this matchup, every time Wildwood Catholic is on the calendar, you circle this game, but talking to the OLMA people, including Brian Coyle, of course, he believes that this is the best chance for OLMA to win this game in a long time.
Well, sure. You come in confident. You come in on a 4-game winning streak, right, after dropping the first 2. But now your confidence is lifted after winning 4 in a row. You're at home. You're in Carew Hall. You're here on campus. You're going to have a good crowd in here tonight. And, hey, why not? Our Lady Mercy Academy has played with these kind of teams. They're just chomping at the bit to beat one of them.
One other thing to note, in recent history, Wildwood Catholic has an explosive offense up and down the floor. This year, it's their defense that has led them to this unbelievable record of 8-0. They have led teams to below 20 more than once.
Yes, on a couple different occasions, and they do smother you defensively. The other thing they do is they execute very well, and they shoot the ball from the perimeter. They knock down threes in plenty.
It's time to go to the PA announcer, Bob Burkholtz, with tonight's starting lineups in the national anthem.
Good evening and welcome to Carew Hall Gymnasium on the campus of Our Lady Mercy Academy here in Newfield, New Jersey for a Cape Atlantic League Division matchup between the visiting Wildwood Catholic Crusaders and your OLMA Villagers. Today's contest is being conducted according to the rules of the New Jersey State High School Athletic Association. These rules provide fair competition among players. Spectators can help promote good sportsmanship by observing rules of fair play. Everyone is requested to take personal responsibility for keeping this game at a high level of good sportsmanship. Ladies, gentlemen, coaches, players, and officials, we kindly ask you to rise. Gentlemen, remove your caps as we honor our flag, our country, our servicemen and men everywhere with the playing of our national anthem.
So now we're ready for the starting lineups from Bob Burkholz. You know, it's funny, last time, 2 nights ago, the lights went out. It was pretty cool, like 1980s Chicago Bulls.
New addition to the starting lineup for the Villagers of Our Lady Mercy Academy in the sense of the show, so to say.
Absolutely. Love it, love it, love it. It's a big one tonight.
Absolutely fun to be in the house for these kind of games.
So as we have the starting lineups being introduced, and if you look at the Wildwood Catholic side, again, the point that I made in the open to you was, you had Gabby Turco and all the others.
Kim Cassiello.
Cassiello, of course, she's gone. Offense. But the defense this year has been amazing. What are they doing that other teams can't figure out?
Well, they're just capable of guarding you from all 5 spots. All 5 players on the floor can guard. You don't catch a break and catch one of them sleeping. And now let's go.
Yes. Let's see if the lights go out. But again, when you're talking about a team, it's like the Cowboys of the 70s, and if you were a Philadelphia Eagle fan, and it's like every time Dallas came in, that one time you had a chance, this might be that time for OLMA.
It definitely is. I mean, and if you're an OLMA Villager fan or player or coach, you have to believe that tonight. You have yourself set up perfectly for this game, coming in with confidence. And again, why not us? Tonight's the night for Our Lady Mercy Academy that says, why not us? We can get this one. And they're certainly going to give it their best effort. And who knows? Might be talking a different story for the Villagers. They can come out on top of this one as far as a signature win when this one's done.
There's someone who has to have a good game tonight. There's Maddie Bernhardt and Drew Coyle. And then there was one, and here comes Angie.
Yeah, and this very well could be, Angie Dragone could very well be the biggest thorn in the side of the Lady Crusaders tonight for Wildwood Catholic. Because, again, they don't have specifically a player that can match up with her size in the post. And if Our Lady Mercy Academy can get it into the post to her, and then she goes to work, then she can kick out for some threes if they double down or whatever the case may be. But she's the key for OLMA.
And here are the starting lineups tonight, brought to you by Game Changer, the official stat machine of BFA Sports. For Wildwood Catholic, it's Mikulski, Wallace Murphy, Vages, and Ella McCabe, who wears 00. And the usual 5 for Brian Coyle, Savannah Prescott, Drew Coyle, Maddie Bernhardt, Sophie Sacco, Angie Dragone.
And partner, we've talked about Dragone's offers, and 5 or 6 of them that's coming her way. Carly Murphy for the Lady Crusaders of Wildwood Catholic has committed to Swarthmore.
She is one senior of the 4 juniors.
Yes.
In the starting lineup tonight for Steve DePatry. You see he is over there talking to one of the officials tonight. This is Shalyn Carr.
And I expect Our Lady Mercy Academy to be completely prepared tonight for what Wildwood Catholic is going to throw them. They're going to try to smother them defensively, and they're going to be, and Wildwood Catholic looks to knock down 3-point field goal after 3-point field goal after 3-point field goal. They shoot the ball very well, and they play D, so Our Lady Mercy Academy will be ready for that and try to counter.
So here we go. The referee is Murray Peacock. And along with Shalyn Carr is Jerry Martinez. It's a 3-person crew tonight. Ball in the air, and off we go, and it's a quick OLMA possession on the opening tap. But there's a quick turnover, and we set it up, the Wildwood Catholic offense, and that is Destiny Wallace.
Destiny Wallace, I believe, a transfer from Vineland High School, transferred into Wildwood Catholic.
Casey Mikulski. Wallace, and I think she traveled, and she did.
Yeah, good flash by Wallace. Wildwood Catholic, good pressure on the ball side by Our Lady Mercy Academy. Wallace flashes from the deep side right to the foul line. Shuffled the feet prior to the dribble there, the travel.
Savannah Prescott. Pull up. Not there. And a rebound for Vages. And there are 3 Crusaders in the corner for Wildwood Catholic. And here comes a 3 from Mikulski. No good. Floorboard, Prescott, OLMA runs back. No score, first minute of play tonight here on BFA from Newfield. And OLMA 4-2 against the 8-0 Crusaders of Wildwood Catholic. Now Sacco picked up the ball and she's fouled. And that foul is going to be on Ella McCabe.
Like what I see early so far from Our Lady Mercy Academy, pushing the ball a little bit at Wildwood Catholic, seeing if they can come up with an easy bucket here and there so they don't have to battle and butt their heads against that Wildwood Catholic defense.
Prescott can't get the roll. Dragon battling and lost it. And the ball will go back over to the Crusaders.
Prescott's had two really good looks so far, right there on the dribble drive with the right hand, and even the first possession for the Villagers, she came off a Dragon screen and had a wide open elbow jump shot, just didn't knock it down.
And they have to go down tonight.
Correct.
Short jumper is good for Murphy, the Swarthmore recruit, as Steve mentioned. And we have points tonight.
Our Lady Mercy Academy playing a little bit of a matchup zone and switching on the perimeter. The one way to beat the matchup zone is to flash somebody to the foul line area. This time it went down for the Wildwood Catholic Crusaders.
Forced a turnover and back the other way. Wallace lost it. Picked up by Sacco. No numbers for the Villagers, so she'll pull up. That's Coyle inside the line, ties the game.
And that's exactly what I was talking about. Push the basketball at Wildwood Catholic. See if you can get an open look. Right there, Coyle runs through the paint over to the base of the ball side corner. Sacco finds her, and she knocks down a 16-footer. 2-2.
Whistle and a foul, and Savannah Prescott out toward the half-court line. She got Murphy on the arm.
Yeah, just got caught up in that switch there. We talked about Our Lady Mercy Academy in this matchup zone, switching on the perimeter. Right there, got caught up on the switch and reached and grabbed on the reach-in foul. Ooh.
Almost a steal on a long entry. Now Murphy missed that one badly. Still up in the air, and it's a good rebound by Vodges, but then the McCabe three is no good.
Good rebounding position by Bernhardt. Had her player boxed out. That's why she was ready to obtain the floorboard.
Here's Sacco from distance. Too strong, and the foul is going to be called on Angie Dragon going on top of McCabe.
Yeah, Angie Dragon's going to have to be careful with that tonight. If she doesn't have rebounding position, she doesn't want to force the issue tonight. Because if she gets in foul trouble, then that is definitely not what the Villagers of Our Lady Mercy Academy need or want.
Fouls are 2-1 OLMA, scoreboard 2-2. 3 minutes gone, opening quarter tonight here on BFA. A little extra adrenaline tonight. Fairly large crowd, well represented by both teams. Of course, OLMA usual. But Wildwood Catholic, they do travel.
OLMA doing a nice job defensively, partner.
Wallace. And there's the steal in the cross court. And Maddie Bernhardt.
Oh, good move. What a finish, partner. Bernhardt ball fakes with the left hand. Goes with the reverse on the right. Count it for a 4-2 Villager lead.
There's Wallace, and she traveled.
Back-to-back turnovers for the Lady Crusaders of Wildwood Catholic. Bernhardt the play before, reads the skip pass, anticipates it, jumps it, finds herself finishing in transition. This time, again, due to the defensive pressure of the Villagers, find the Wildwood Catholic Crusaders with a travel.
Prescott turning Wallace. Runner, no good. Contact, no call. McCabe now finds it, and she's in the front court by herself. You can hear Coach DePatria yelling, work it.
Yeah, because Wildwood Catholic shares the ball very well. That's why they're so balanced in their scoring attack. They're very unselfish. They share the basketball, and they look for open players. That's why he says work it, because they can all shoot it.
Great ball movement. Winds up to Mikulski. The three is off the mark. McCabe has a loose ball, and she's on the board tonight.
Yeah, good job. Dragon and Coyle fighting for the rebound. Ball ends up on the floorboard. Recovered by Wildwood Catholic. McCabe had a baseline drive with the right hand and finished.
Dragon from distance, too strong. Murphy's got a rebound ahead to Wallace, and that's what they do so fast, to turn defense to offense.
Absolutely, absolutely, and they finish as good as anybody. That was a good example of it. Dragon was open right there. I'm not sure that's the shot they want her taking. I think they'd like to see her deeper in the paint where she can draw fouls and go to work inside the paint. But she was open and took the jump shot, and a long rebound led to the transition bucket.
Prescott able to track that down before the backcourt violation, and now a foul out top by Wallace. And it looks like The officials are calling a rather tight contest early on. That's already 3 team fouls in 4 minutes.
I thought they did a nice job on the dribble drive by Our Lady Mercy Academy when you said there might have been some contact. I thought that was a good no call. And the fouls are 2-2 at this point, but the time's flying by. We're already only down to the 3:14 mark of the first. Good cut.
Underneath Coyle, and the foul on the floor. And it's going to go against Murphy.
Good inbounds play by Our Lady Mercy Academy. Ball goes inside to the left wing. Guard-to-guard pass to the right wing. In the meantime, while that happens, Coyle cuts along the baseline. They find her, and she draws the foul.
Coyle looking for some help. Cross court. Fetty into the ballgame, by the way. Here's Coyle out top.
Fetty's done a really nice job for the Villagers so far this year.
Dragon couldn't handle that entry from Fetty. She had some quality minutes Tuesday night.
She's had some quality minutes in the first 3 games that we've had her, and she comes off that bench and creates a spark for the Villagers.
She replaced Sacco. Now in the corner, here's McCabe. And she traveled. And Ella McCabe wants to know what she did. And Shallon Carr says, "Can I have the ball?"
For those of you out there tonight that want your game time stats and want them live, you can go to GameChangerGC.com.
Download the app, iOS and Android. And a foul was called. Bernhardt with the penetration. I think that's going to be on Vages.
Right, and that's the 4th team foul for Wildwood Catholic, and that's what happens. You get them in some foul trouble, it hurts Wildwood Catholic a little bit. And the reason Wildwood Catholic's picking up some quick fouls here is because Our Lady Mercy Academy is being aggressive and taking it to them and trying to attack the paint and then kick out if they don't have anything.
And that's your point about free throw shooting. We'll see when that comes into play because they're 3 fouls away from being in the bonus, and we're still in the first quarter. It's a steal, though, by the Crusaders, and Mikulski brings it back with a 6-4 lead. With 2:20 to go here in the first, another cross court, and Maddie Bernhardt guilty of that foul out top.
Yeah,
substitution for Wildwood Catholic's Anastasia Bowman into the game number 3. Go ahead.
Similar play to the one that she jumped and stole earlier. This time just a step late, and the step late was how she drew the foul, how she obtained the foul.
McCabe in the corner. There's another example of that good ball movement.
Yep, and you will see it.
This is Bowman, eyed up by Dragon, way out there on defense. That's not Angie's usual spot, is it?
No, it's not.
How about a walk now?
Yeah, but she was closing out on the shooter. She thought Bowman was going to raise with that jump shot right there, and the reason she was covering Bowman is because she got caught on a switch that we were talking about defensively earlier. She was responsible for covering Bowman. She went and closed out and forced the walk.
Awful lot of travel calls early on. I'm not saying good or bad, but I'm just saying what it is. As Coyle drives, can't get that to go.
It's a good move, though. Taking it to the paint, trying to finish at the rim. It's a good move by Drew Coyle.
Murphy rebound. The third. There's Fetty getting the pass. And with the bump and count it. That'll get this place going.
What a great play, both defensively, turning defense into offense. Here's our game changer replay. Look at the finish. She draws the body contact, gets the ball up into the square on the backboard, finishes, is going to go to line for another. But the defensive effort and the defensive anticipation on the defensive side and her steal led to herself getting out in transition. Great job both defensively and offensively by Fetty.
Might be too soon to say it, but it's our 3rd tie of the night.
There you go.
6-6 and Fetty to break that tie.
My guess is there are going to be a bunch of them tonight.
So OLMA now with their first lead. It was Destiny Wallace. A wardrobe malfunction. She had to fix the sneaker. Casey Mikulski's back into the game for Bowman. 90 seconds to go, first quarter. OLMA with their first lead. It's by 1. Mikulski for 3. Yep.
Yeah, catch and shoot. She had her feet set under. The closeout didn't come by the Villagers, didn't come quick enough. She was able to get her feet set, turn square, and knock down a 3.
She has 5 of the Crusader 9 points. Wildwood Catholic up by a deuce. Fetty all the way to the basket. Not there, but a good board by Dragon. Coyle will try a 3. No good. Rebound fought for, controlled by Mikulski.
2 good looks by the Villagers. A shame it didn't go down. Neither one of them went down right there.
Here's Murphy, no good. Vodges underneath, count it, and then wanted a call and didn't get it.
Yeah, Vodges was left alone on the offensive glass. Missed assignment by the Villager defense. She was left alone. She was able to get the rebound and put back. She wanted the foul in the end, one on that play.
With Catholic by 4, final 30 seconds. Coyle thought about it. Fetty will take it. No, was it deflected? No, but Bernhardt got a piece of it. And they're going to say last touched by Maddie. And so Wildwood Catholic will have possession with 22 seconds to go.
Good defensive stance right there by Wildwood Catholic. Fetty's shot was contested. Bernhardt was boxed out, unable to go to the offensive glass.
Down to 10. Mikulski tried to force it in there. 3 seconds. McCabe, good give and go to Vodges.
Yeah, good ball movement. Good ball movement by Wildwood Catholic, able to get the basket at the buzzer.
It's a 6-point Crusader lead here on BFA. Good one tonight. OLMA and Wildwood Catholic, second quarter next on BFA.
When it comes to taking care of your physical wellness, maintaining good health of your bones and muscles, you want a team of doctors you can trust and who hold themselves to the highest standards. At Premier Orthopedic Associates, we believe that you should live life at your best. Our team of non-operative and operative orthopedic specialists strive for the highest standards, exceptional outcomes, and happiest patients. Come and experience the Premier difference.
We live in a community that cares. We make sure everyone eats, everyone plays, everyone stays warm, and everyone is protected. We support our youth in organizations that teach the value of community and self-worth. We make strides against breast cancer every day. Together, in this community, we make a difference. RK Chevrolet, RK Kia, and RK Subaru, proudly serving our community since 1982.
Getting ready to start the second tonight. Chris Losey, Steve Westcott, the BFA Sports crew here tonight. OLMA and Wildwood Catholic, good ball game. And it's a 6-point lead for the Crusaders. And you have an observation or two from the first quarter.
Yeah, Our Lady Mercy Academy has themselves in this basketball game and played a really good first quarter because they limited the turnovers. I have them down for only 2 turnovers right now. And we said they needed that to be around 10 or 11, no more, because that's when Wildwood Catholic can hurt you. We also talked about them minimizing Wildwood Catholic's runs. Wildwood Catholic finished the quarter on a 7-0 run because OLMA was up 7-6. This part of the beginning part of this second quarter is where OLMA has to answer. They can't let that run grow.
Crusader possession to start the second. Another forced pass. It was kicked out the half court, and then Prescott lost it, and Wallace is able to track it down.
Good job by OLMA defensively, just couldn't pick up the loose ball. Wallace was able to do so all the way in our backcourt.
And Murphy drains a 3.
Yeah, and the threes are starting to come. Good ball movement. They got Vodges up inside a couple times, and now a couple knockdown threes to go with it by the Crusaders.
(16-7). Another turnover. And you mentioned, again, got to be aware of the runs. Wildwood Catholic right now on a 10-0 run. That's Murphy in the corner. She's got 5. What do you see on defense?
Our Lady Mercy Academy still in that matchup zone. You can see that it looks like a 2-3, but yet they're matching up out of it. You can see Fetty on the ball now. Coyle covering Mikulski.
Tough 3, no good. Floorboard for Fetty.
Good job defensively that time by the Villagers. See if they can get a bucket and stop the bleeding of this Crusader run.
Put it in the hands of Drew Coyle. That's what you got to do, and she'll go to the free throw line.
Yeah, they're having success getting to the rim because if they're not finishing, they're at least drawing fouls. They're 1 away with 6:30 left here before they're in the bonus. This time they don't need the bonus because Coyle's going to the line for 2.
16 foul. Vodges first.
First one doesn't go for
one more
Coyle.
for Coyle.
Fetty's going to catch another break, or I should say a break. Back into the game is Sacco.
1 out of 2, and a quick 30-second timeout. No, I think he changed it to a full. So timeout, OLMA. They're down by 8 here on BFA.
We live in a community that cares. We make sure everyone eats, everyone plays, everyone stays warm, and everyone is protected. We support our youth in organizations that teach the value of community and self-worth. We make strides against breast cancer every day. Together, in this community, we make a difference. RK Chevrolet, RK Kia, and RK Subaru, proudly serving our community since 1982.
Tonight's game brought to you by Game Changer, the official stat machine of BFA Sports. Log on with your iOS or Android device. If you have to get it, go to the App Store if you're an Apple guy or girl. And if you are an Android individual, go to the Google Play Store. GC.com is also where you can get it. All the up-to-second scores, highlights, and more of each and every game on Game Changer. It changes the way you watch sports.
Great to be, we're certainly glad that Game Changer decided to be partners with BFA Sports. We thank them very much, and again, what a great job. I concur with you, and what a great job Game Changer does as far as the stats, live stats of each contest.
It is 16-8.
It'd be interesting to see what that timeout was about by Coach Coyle. I think it was an interesting one and a good one. He's changing defenses, and that's what I thought. Now we're picking up at half court. It's looking more like man.
That's McCabe, Wallace. OLMA pressuring everything, so Wallace will take it herself and miss it.
Yeah, they started out with man, and it looked like they tried to attack the double team on the first catch on the wing. As soon as the ball was caught, it looked like 2 were going to it. Wildwood Catholic did a nice job, but couldn't finish at the rim. OLMA finishes their defensive stance with a defensive rebound.
Tough shot for Coyle, no good. Bernhardt on the floor's got it. Here's Prescott, eyed it up, thought better of it. Here's a 3 in the corner from Bernhardt.
Good job. Skip pass from Sacco to Bernhardt. The closeout didn't come quick enough, and Madeline Bernhardt knocks down a 3 from the corner right in front of the Crusader bench.
Lead down to 5. Bernhardt's first points of the evening. Murphy, which is way out top.
Good job. Good job
Another.
defensively.
On the turnover, Bernhardt taking on McCabe, and it's a charge.
Yeah, I'm not sure about this one, partner. He held up. He didn't. I think if it was a charge, he probably should have came out right away with the charge call and not waited to see what was happening with the ball up at the rim. Game changer replay. Let's see here. Looks like she got to the side of her, although she did have legal guard in position, but I'm not sure. They talk about the torso taking that square. I'm not sure that was, but neither here nor there. Crusaders get the call and the ball.
And OLMA has to flush that, bounce back.
Continue to play good defense is what they need to do here.
And they are, too. I mean,
Yeah,
look
they
at
are.
Murphy, double team, doesn't matter.
Yeah, she makes a good move and splitting defenders, able to get to the left side, use her left hand and finish. Good move by Murphy.
5 for Murphy, 7-point lead. Coyle tried to respond, missed the short one, and a one and done, and the Crusaders are back on offense with 4:40 to go in the second.
Yeah, Coyle got caught up in wanting to make it directly over the front of the rim, or what was the front of the rim to her, or bank it. She kind of got it in between, thus the miss.
Murphy gets a screen. McCabe. Patience is another thing we haven't mentioned about this Crusaders on offense, and they're going to call a moving screen.
Yeah, and again,
Bowman.
I'm not sure about that one either. I thought it was a good screen, but neither here nor there. Hey, they got to play basketball.
So it's the 7th team foul, but because it's a player control, actually it's not player control, it's team control, so there'll be no shooting.
Correct. Officiating experience coming into play here, partner.
Yeah. Let JR know that one. Coyle, and this one will put OLMA on the line as Bowman cut her off.
Good drive by Drew Coyle, able to get a ball fake up in the air, draw the defender to her, drives by with the left hand, switches to the right. Defender never gets there to take it. She's going to the line to shoot 2 on the foul. Got to make these now. This is what we talked about in the beginning. 18-11, you knock both of these, you're still only down 5 and right in the mix.
So now Vages returns, McCabe and Bowman to the bench. 3 is Reagan Fleckinger. Whistle underneath the travel after the miss, and OLMA will get another chance at it.
Yeah, on the defensive rebound by the Crusaders of Wildwood Catholic, the young lady shuffled her feet before she wanted to throw an outlet pass, couldn't get it. That's what drew the walk.
Dragone turning on Vages.
Good move.
Couldn't get the roll, but tracked it down.
Good hustle by Dragone.
Another possession. Bernhardt. Prescott blocked. Vages all over it on that drive. Stops everything.
It's a really good example of how well Wildwood Catholic is defensively diverse right there. OLMA had them in trouble, and they were still able to recover and get a good block on the shot by Prescott.
Mikulski follows her miss with a floorboard and gets a reset. She just out-hustled 3 of the Villagers for that offensive board. 3:20 to go. The lead is 6. This is the sophomore Fleckinger.
Tell you what, Our Lady Mercy Academy, we talked about Wildwood Catholic's defense. Our Lady Mercy Academy doing a nice job on the defensive end themselves.
So that foul is on Mikulski, and this is going to be a 1-and-1.
Correct. Good job by Madeline Bernhardt, right? Applying the defensive pressure on the ball handler, able to draw the steal, and when the ball handler wanted to recover, ended up fouling Bernhardt rather than being able to obtain it.
That occurred right in front of us. In the meantime, we've got a timeout. It's a 30-second from Wildwood Catholic, so let's keep it right here. Let's recap it a little bit for you. As you see the score, it's 18-12, 3:10 to go. 9 team fouls, and one of the points you made and what really the key to the game is free throw shooting.
Right. Coyle went 1 for 2 just a minute ago. Bernhardt's going to have a 1-and-1 situation coming up right here. If she makes the first, she gets the second, and if she can knock both of these down, it's a 4-point game. And again, everything we've talked about, Wildwood Catholic's defense, how they share the ball, we said because of that it could be a low-scoring game, and it is because Our Lady Mercy Academies matched them with that defensive pressure. And both teams, we said this was going to be a good one, and it certainly is.
As we peer into the huddle of the Villagers, and now Steve DePatri's Crusaders, and he's being urged to end his timeout. And as Steve mentioned, we resume with the 1-and-1 for Maddie Bernhardt.
I wouldn't be surprised if after that timeout, depending upon what happens with Bernhardt's free throws, if Coach DePatri didn't just set up a little different defensive look himself. Bernhardt makes the first, therefore she's going to get this one. She makes the second, just what the doctor ordered for OLMA right there.
And it allows them to set up this full court, too. She has 5. It's a 4-point game.
Coach Coyle, the Villagers giving him a different look here.
Fetty again. Coyle, but she wasn't ready for it. Now Dragone will try it.
Good job by the Villagers. Defense and the offense. Full court pressure, able to obtain a steal. Good ball movement. Coyle kick out to the elbow to Dragone, and down went the elbow jump shot.
Down to 2, and we'll see how they handle the press this time. They get through it, and Murphy missed it. Fleckinger followed. She's on the floor. Whistle, jump ball. It will go to the Villagers.
Just good hustle by both teams. Wildwood Catholic fighting and scrapping for the offensive rebound. Dragone not willing to give it up on the defensive end, thus the jump ball.
2:40 to go. 9 team fouls for Wildwood Catholic. OLMA in possession. They can tie it or take the lead this trip. Bernhardt couldn't give him the lead. Floorboard, Fleckinger running away for the Crusaders.
Good defense by Coyle.
And she pulled it up. Drew Coyle with great defense. Out of bounds, last touched by Wildwood Catholic,
Partner.
and Fetty's all over it.
And I'll tell you what, we talked about such good minutes she's given her, but it was a great job initially by Drew Coyle running straight back, sprinting straight back to the basket, was able to stop the transition. Then on the kick out, Fetty helped her dust the loose ball off Wildwood Catholic, Our Lady of Mercy Academy Basketball.
2:10. Here's Dragone. She's on the board. Fakes. Off the glass. Count it.
Partner, you want to talk about a good post move? You just witnessed a real good one. Not just a good one. Let's go to our game changer replay if we have this one, because she makes an up and under. Not only does she go up and under, you're going to see it right here. Ball up, go underneath, one step, finish with the left. Let's go to the line.
Textbook.
What a good post move.
OLMA has the lead.
Our Lady of Mercy Academy, we talked about minimizing their run. They were able to minimize that Catholic run and keep it at 7. Now they're going on one of their own.
They have erased a 10-point deficit. They now lead this one 19-18. Wallace and Fleckinger with 1:45 to go. Look how active the Villagers are on defense.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, they really did a nice job. They're really doing a nice job on the defensive end tonight against the Crusader offense.
Fetty forcing Fleckinger wide. The block from Dragone.
What a good defensive stance by Our Lady Mercy Academy. Murphy got along the baseline, thought she was going to get loose, and then she ran into a Dragone in the post who was able to block the shot.
Runner from Savannah is no good. And we have a foul in the backcourt, and it's on Savannah Prescott.
Good job by Wildwood Catholic on the defensive end. Pressuring Prescott's shot. Contesting it, able to come up with the defensive rebound. Then Prescott reaches in. Not the worst foul in the world, though, if you're Our Lady Mercy Academy. They're not in a 1-and-1, and you limited a transition attempt by the Crusaders.
Team foul number 5 for the Villagers. Wallace. Great movement, but Dragone got just enough of it. And with a minute to go, almost in possession with a 1-point lead.
Good look.
Here's Angie again. Double team. She kicks it out. Bernhardt missed the short one.
That's one right there where I would like to see Dragone go to work. She just made a great move a second ago. Finish that off. Keep your momentum going. Keep your confidence going, and finish that one yourself.
Bowman with the easy 2.
Wildwood Catholic defense and offense. They had a good defensive stand. They turn it right back into a good offensive possession, and Bowman knocks a little 8-footer down.
Bernhardt, no good. Gets her own miss. There's Coyle. Bernhardt again. Would have brought the house down.
Yes, it would have.
Coyle got a hand on it. Prescott to the basket. No. Prescott got her miss and then was hooked around. And the foul is on Mikulski.
Coach DePatry is unhappy, however, unfortunately for the Crusaders, the Wildwood Catholic just got out-hustled on that play. Savannah Prescott missed her little 4-foot runner on one side, was able to hustle to the weak side and get her own rebound. And then on the rebound, Crusaders reached in and fouled.
He's pleading his case to Marie Peacock. And this is a 2-shot foul because of the 10 team fouls from Wildwood Catholic.
Trying to figure out what the delay is here.
Well, it's not a 1-on-1, so that's what I think that they were talking about, because they were going to bring in the substitute, but they'll do that right now. Prescott misses the first one.
Looking to get this one so you can knot this thing up at 20. 13 seconds left here in the half.
Missed them both. And with 12 seconds left, the Crusaders will have the final possession. And this is Lily King, number 11, with McCabe in the corner with 1 second. McCabe got it away, but the roll doesn't go, and that'll end the first half in a most exciting first half that we've had in a long time here at OLMA. It's 20-19, a one-pointer at halftime here on BFA.
When it comes to taking care of your physical wellness, maintaining good health of your bones and muscles, you want a team of doctors you can trust and who hold themselves to the highest standards. At Premier Orthopedic Associates, we believe that you should live life at your best. Our team of non-operative and operative orthopedic specialists strive for the highest standards, exceptional outcomes, and happiest patients. Come and experience the Premier difference.
We live in a community that cares. We make sure everyone eats, everyone plays, everyone stays warm, and everyone is protected. We support our youth in organizations that teach the value of community and self-worth. We make strides against breast cancer every day. Together, in this community, we make a difference. RK Chevrolet, RK Kia, and RK Subaru, proudly serving our community since 1982.
As I became an orthopedic surgeon over the last 25 years, I discovered something interesting. Our female athletes would have many more ACL injuries than our male athletes. These were discovered first when the NCAA, as well as the female basketball players in the pros, were watched when they would land after getting rebounds. When they would land with their legs more knock-kneed, while the male athletes would land with their legs more separated, a much safer way to land when you're protecting your ACL and trying to prevent anterior knee pain. Let's take a look at our athlete and see if she has any of these issues going on with her today. Our female athletes tended to land with their legs more knock-kneed. This knock-kneed landing tended to place more shearing stresses across the anterior kneecap, as well as, more importantly, their ACL. Landing with the knees coming in is very dangerous for their ACL and causing anterior knee pain. Landing with the knees in a more separated position is a much safer way of landing, and they can practice this by jumping off of boxes and landing in a much safer position. This will protect your female and male athletes from injuries. Let's try that with the landing in a better separated position this time. Perfect. Again. Again. Perfect. We laid our athlete back and we give them a little stretchy band. These are exercise bands that can be obtained either online or at your physical therapist shop, and you can come and see us for picking them up as well. This band is tied and they come in different colors which have different strengths. It's tied right around the knees, and then we have the athlete push apart against the resistance of the band. You're going to have them do several of these, 3 sets doing almost 20 of them. Go ahead and do those. Perfect. You're doing it nice and controlled, and what you're strengthening is the muscles around the hip. We're going to show you one more of these different exercises while doing it standing. The next exercise to build strength in both the muscles of the hip as well as the muscles of the vastus medialis is this mini squats. Your athlete is going to stand with a band around their knees, and they're going to squat down to about 45 degrees. And then by doing that, you can even toss a ball back and forth to them where they're going to push against the resistance of the band. Go ahead and do a couple of those. Perfect. And by doing that, you're going to build the strength in both the muscles around the knee as well as the muscles of the hip. This is a perfect exercise, and we're going to show you one more modification of this that really helps build strength in the hips. Now there's lateral strides with the band around their legs. These are further going to build strength in the muscles of the hip as well as the muscles of the knee. As they're striding, they're getting down in a small squat and going sideways. Again, you can add in increased dexterity by passing the ball back and forth to your athlete while they're doing it. And remember, these exercises are good both for your female and your male athlete. I suggest you videotape your athlete landing, focusing at the knee, so you can give them cues as whether or not they're landing in a safe position. Have them do it multiple times, and by doing the strengthening exercises and the muscle memory will build that they'll land in a much safer position. And you guys won't have to see me to do your ACL reconstructions. Good luck, and keep those exercises going.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Carew Hall here on the campus of Our Lady of Mercy Academy.
And for Premier Orthopedic Associates to be one of our sponsors tonight, what a basketball game that we have had on tap for you. We thought we were going to have it, and we've got it. And let's just get this out of the way first, though. Tonight's game brought to you by Premier Orthopedic Associates with 8 convenient locations in South Jersey. Go from discovery to recovery just like that. Just like that. Right? Dr. Dwyer and his tremendous staff get you on the field fast. So, we'll talk about Jim G, too, right? Also sponsored tonight by RK Chevrolet, Kia, Subaru of Vineland. Visit them at the rkautogroup.com and find your next #1 draft choice at the rkautogroup.com website. And, of course, we're brought to you by Game Changer, the official stat machine of BFA Sports. Game Changers changing the way you watch sports on BFA. And Tri-City Kitchens, Keith Bernhardt. Raise your expectations. Put your kitchen to a whole new level with Tri-City Kitchen Elevations. And he should be very, very proud of not only young Matty Bernhardt, but also this entire Villager squad. As we talked about at the top, there were certain keys that you had highlighted. Let's go through one of those, and that was limit the runs. As here we are.
Yeah, that was a big part of that first half for sure. At the end of the first quarter, in the first bucket of the second quarter, Wildwood Catholic went on a 8-0 run, right? And they took the lead by 5 or 6 points right there going a little bit through the second quarter. It stayed 8-0. It didn't get the 14-2, 16-2, anything like that. It didn't get anything out of hand, and they minimized that run. And because of that, when OLMA went on their run in the second half, they got themselves right back in this contest, and it's because they minimized that punch or run that Wildwood Catholic threw at them.
Second one, stay out of foul trouble. OLMA, no bonus.
Yep, no bonus situation for Wildwood Catholic. OLMA not in any foul trouble at all. We're able to penetrate and get Wildwood Catholic into some multiple fouls, which is why they had some one-on-one attempts and free throw attempts there in that first half.
And then most importantly, and this is the reason why OLMA finds themselves behind in this game, free throw shooting.
Yeah, a little bit better than they have been doing in the past, but still not what they need in order to maybe come out on top of this one. I can think of 5 off the top of my head that they have missed. But if they can make those free throws in the second half, it bodes them well.
Longtime coach, our very good friend Tom McCarville, stopped me actually, and he said, when I gave him the same keys, and he stopped me as soon as we got the free throw shooting, and he said, we shoot 48% for the year.
Yeah, we talked about in the opening at the show. It's been an Achilles heel for Our Lady Mercy Academy. There's no doubt about that. They're doing a little bit better. They're not 48% tonight, but they're not where they need to be if they're going to come out on top of this one either.
They are, as I'm doing the math, 7 for 9, and then we'll get to the points in a second. Yeah, go ahead. That's fine. It was a good half, and OLMA only 1 point away from getting out of the teens, which is in itself an accomplishment against this Wildwood Catholic Crusader team, and in the way Steve DePatry has his defense flying around. So, but points were there. So I'm going to start on the
point totals leading scores for Wildwood Catholic are Carly Murphy with 7, Ava Vages with 4, and Casey Mikulski with 3. For the Villagers of Our Lady of Mercy Academy, Madeline Bernhardt has 7, Angie Dragone has 5, 4 for Drew Coyle, and 3 for Ariana Fetty.
Third quarter starts with a jump ball, and it was Wildwood Catholic inbounding, so now it will go to OLMA.
Good defensive pressure by Our Lady Mercy Academy, unallowing Wildwood Catholic to complete the pass into the elbow. Thus the jump ball, or thus the tie-up and the jump ball, arrow to OLMA.
Savannah Prescott going right. Here's Dragone. Why not? Missed that. On the floor, Coyle got run over. Then Wallace on the floor gets it, and Wildwood Catholic comes away with it.
Wow.
How's that for an exchange?
Yeah, both of these teams can play physical basketball. Both of these teams get up on you and play you aggressively on defense, and you have these little skirmishes, let's say, because of the style of play. Wildwood Catholic does it very well Our Lady Mercy Academy trying to match it and doing a decent job or good job of it so far.
Mikulski buries the three.
Yeah, good ball movement. Mikulski finds herself open right at the top of the key. Close out just a little bit late, a second late. Mikulski knocked that one down from right at the top of the key.
There they go again. The two, you don't get one end. The three, you get at the other end. It was a 5-point turnaround. And now the walk gives Wildwood Catholic another possession and now up by 4.
Yeah,
First minute play, third quarter.
Bernhardt on a perimeter went to replace Savannah Prescott where she came from. She thought she was going to be able to get to the rim and either score or draw the foul. Unable to do so. When she looked for Bernhardt, she walked on the.
This is Vages. Murphy in the corner will try it and hit it.
Yeah, you can see an adjustment right now made by Coach Steve DePatry. He doesn't have 536 wins for nothing, and he has a team. They're just entering the ball to the elbow against that matchup zone and then kicking it out to a perimeter jump shot if Vages can't get to the rim.
Murphy in double figures. Meanwhile, Bernhardt to the basket.
Yeah, if anybody's got an answer for it, it'll be Madeline Bernhardt. She does a great job right there, catching, driving, dribble drive with the right, finish with the right. Bucket for OLMA and Madeline Bernhardt.
7 for Maddie, 5-point lead. Vages on the lob.
Good defense by Dragone in the post.
Forces it back out. Swing it in the corner. Mikulski, that three is an air ball, and OLMA will get it back. And you saw Vages battling with Maddie Bernhardt on that miss right on the end line.
Great battle there, but what a great job by Drew Coyle also. The closeout of Mikulski's original look at the jump shot made her dribble, bounce the ball, replace her feet, and then was able to change the rhythm of her jump shot, which is why Mikulski did not knock it down.
Bernhardt, Murphy on her. Going to get her in the air. That was deflected. Murphy got a piece of that, and Dragone ran right through McCabe, but a foul is against Wildwood Catholic.
Yeah, good hustle by Drew Coyle. Drew Coyle was trying to run down the floorboard. She had McCabe beat, and McCabe kind of forearm with the left forearm shoved her into the floor. Thus the foul.
Foul on Ella McCabe. That's her second. Coyle to the basket. No. Dragone right on top of Vages. Out of bounds. It will stay with OLMA.
Both of these teams given so much effort. Wildwood Catholic to be commended for theirs. Our Lady Mercy Academy matching it. Both of these teams really wanting it out there tonight. Great high school basketball game so far.
Bernhardt running away from Murphy. Sacco's open.
Good kick by Madeline Bernhardt. Her dribble drive takes her all the way into the paint. She found Sacco, whose defender came to help. And Sacco knocks down a three off the kick from Bernhardt.
Lead is down to a deuce. 3 minutes played here in the third. Murphy with Bernhardt all over her. Mikulski's three, and she is fouled. On her way down, Savannah Prescott on the box out, got a good piece of her. And this is going to be a 3-shot foul.
Yeah, the ruling right there is this. You have to let the shooter land, right? And Savannah Prescott was closing out so hard, then wanted to turn and box, and she didn't let the shooter land. Thus, she fell to the floor. Thus, the three free throws from the foul line on the 3-point attempt for Mikulski.
You agree, good call?
Yes. Yep, absolutely. And it was Wildwood Catholic's ball movement that created the hard closeout by Prescott. It was really good ball movement by Wildwood Catholic, and they found her open in the corner. Thus the aggressive closeout, thus the foul. Got to let her land.
Two out of three for Casey Mikulski. Gives her 10. She's the second Crusader in double figures. She joins Carly Murphy. 28-24. Sacco, who just buried a three. Tough shot. Dragone has it. Coyle's three is open, too strong. Rebound to Mikulski. All the way.
Yeah, nobody stops the basketball for Our Lady Mercy Academy. Mikulski able to get a floorboard off Coyle's shot. She goes the left side of the floor with her left hand all the way down to the rim. Nobody stops the ball, and Mikulski's able to finish with the left.
She's got 12, and Drew Coyle draws a foul on Wallace going to the basket.
another situation right here where these 2 free throws are really big for Our Lady Mercy Academy.
Coyle 2 for 4 from the line tonight. Wonder if she heard me.
Nah.
You know if the girls watch the games during the week?
I would think yes.
Yep. Coyle missed them both. So the lead stays at 6 with 4 minutes to go here in the third. Wallace, Mikulski, Vodges, McCabe, and Murphy are the 5 for the Crusaders. Coyle, Prescott, Sacco, Dragon, and Bernhardt matching up for the Villagers. Now you'll see some patience.
Yep. Another team that just executes their open style offense. They can do this for a bucket, or they can do this as a delay and then get the bucket when it comes. In the meantime, the running clock, I think you might have remembered me talk about this when Middle was in town.
How about McCabe for 3?
Yeah, and that's what happens. You tend to go want to help because the floor is so spreaded, or you back off your shooter just a little bit and you can't close out and she knocks us down.
This is a 30-second timeout taken by OLMA. The lead is back up to 9. It was a 1-point game at halftime, and with 3:15 to go, Steve DePatry has it going his way with only 2 team fouls as opposed to 6 at this juncture in the first quarter.
Correct. Both teams playing really hard defensively. Wildwood Catholic, just one of those teams that just know how to win. They know how to get it done. They have 4 juniors and a senior in their starting lineup. They're experienced. They're well coached. They execute. They just know what it takes to win games. Our Lady of Mercy Academy is playing right with them tonight. And Our Lady Mercy Academy is going to have to stop this little bit of a run right here because, remember, they were down 1, okay, at 25-24. Here's another 8-0 run. We talked about minimizing runs. Our Lady Mercy Academy is going to have to get this one to stop get a bucket here to stop the bleeding now so that this run doesn't continue on. Big spot in the game for the Villagers right now.
I think the biggest difference is the fact that Wildwood Catholic and now Marie Peacock is going to deny a substitution. Fleckinger tried to sneak in after the second horn, which is a no-no.
Correct.
So, Mikulski stays on the floor. 9-point lead, but I was going to say, one of the biggest differences is that OLMA is not making their shots and Wildwood Catholic is. Sacco will change that.
Yeah, it's a good job. We've talked about an answer. You need to answer. You need to stop the bleeding. They needed a bucket right there. Sacco comes up with 1.
She's got 5. 7-point lead.
That was a big possession for the Villagers.
Murphy's open. Can't let that happen.
Yeah, you can't. You leave this team open on the perimeter, you're gonna get burnt. I mean, and it's multiple players that can shoot it, not just 1 or 2. They can all shoot the 3 on the Wildwood Catholic side. Another example of it there with Murphy.
Coyle needs it. Got it.
Yes, big shot by Drew Coyle. You thought there might have been a little bit of effect after just missing 2 free throws. However, she picks herself up, calms herself down, and confidently knocks down a 3. Drew Coyle.
That answer. Lead is down to 7 again. Wallace spinning. That's no good. Dragon's got a board.
Good defensive stop by the Villagers.
Sacco, Coyle. And some ball movement now from the Villagers. Sacco uses the glass, doesn't get it. Prescott, no call. Gets her own miss. Vodges couldn't handle it.
Yeah, see, that's it right there is a possession where good hustle by Savannah Prescott.
Bernhardt steps in and gets it.
Yeah, good head and ball fake. Savannah Prescott starts to play by hustling down a floorboard. Ball goes out to the left wing, to the top of the key, to the right wing. Head and ball fake by Madeline Bernhardt. Knocked down the mid-range jump shot.
5 straight. The lead is down to 5. 36-31. Mikulski wanted it. Now will pull up. Missed it bad. Sacco, and she's fouled in the backcourt.
Yeah.
And Wallace didn't think so.
Good closeout by Bernhardt right there. Forced Mikulski to relocate, and when she relocated, unable to make the shot. Rebound for the Villagers, and then a reach on Wallace.
Team foul number 3. Fleckinger back into the game for Wildwood Catholic. And you know, when Bernhardt had the ball in the corner, you heard DePatry and that bench yell, shooter, shooter, shooter. So that's the scouting they do. Now the ball on the floor. Fetty, a great job to keep it alive. Minute 10 to go. And this is Bernhardt. Strong to the basket, kick out. Coyle again. No good. Rebound, Dragones up high to get it. Sacco will line up a three. Too strong. And Murphy has a rebound, a yell of over the back, which is no such call. But with 50 seconds to go, and they throw it away.
Yeah, Murphy had good legal guard, box out position right there. That's why she was able to obtain the rebound. Good job by Murphy on the box out.
Prescott comes back in for Sacco. We have 50 seconds left. 49.9 to be precise.
See what Our Lady Mercy Academy comes up with here on the offensive end.
Prescott out top. Good defense. Murphy closes out. Trying Prescott. Can't get through Wallace. Coyle underneath Dragone, but she couldn't handle the pass.
Just a hair too high. It was a good look.
And now she is holding her back, and that's going to allow Fleckinger for an easy two.
Yeah.
And Dragone is obviously hurt.
Yeah, nobody stops the ball, and Flickinger's able to get all the way to the rim and score.
We're down to 10 seconds left. Prescott, 8 seconds. 6 seconds. Prescott grabbed on the way up by Wallace. It's her third foul.
Good dribble drive by Prescott. Nobody gets in front of the ball. Wallace has to come in and pick up her fourth foul right there.
They're going to say that that is not a shooting foul.
Yeah, they're going to say the high part of the paint before she was in the shooting position.
Well, now you got Wallace with 4. Chance to get her out of the game here. 2 seconds to the basket. Fetty not there, and we end the third with a 7-point lead for Wildwood Catholic. 38-31. The final 8 minutes is next on BFA.
When it comes to taking care of your physical wellness, maintaining good health of your bones and muscles, you want a team of doctors you can trust and who hold themselves to the highest standards. At Premier Orthopedic Associates, we believe that you should live life at your best. Our team of non-operative and operative orthopedic specialists strive for the highest standards, exceptional outcomes, and happiest patients. Come and experience the Premier difference.
It's everything and then some as we are ready for the final quarter tonight. 38-31. You're looking at Angie Dragone. On that last possession, Steve, it looked like she tweaked something in her lower back.
Yeah, the Coyle tried to enter to her right in the heart of the paint, and the pass was a little bit high. Dragone went to reach for it and obtain the pass, and when she did, she was shoved a little bit from behind, and I wonder if she didn't tweak something, but she's coming back out. Looks like she's going to give it a go here. Fortunately for the Villagers of Our Lady Mercy Academy.
She's pleading her case with Jerry Martinez, one of the officials, that she was pushed in the back. Meanwhile, there's the Wildwood Catholic Brain Trust. They have a 7-point lead tonight, putting their 8-0 record on the line. OLMA, 4 straight victories after 2 opening defeats.
I'll tell you what, you give Steve DePatry and his great ladies a lot of credit.
That's uncontested.
Yeah, Mikulski catches a ball right off the inbounds pass. She runs off the top of the key screen, and she's able to get a free look at a 3 and knocked it down.
And she's got 15, leading all scorers. And it's back to a double-digit lead. Maddie Bernhardt in the corner. Dragone, the double team comes. Somebody's open. It's Fetty. No good. Bernhardt with a rebound.
Just hard work. Just hard work by Madeline Bernhardt. She just outworked her on the weak side of the floor, able to get good rebounding position. Long shot created the long rebound, and Bernhardt was ready to put it, not only obtain the rebound, but put it back in for 2.
Another one from Mikulski, and it's spun out. Ball on the floor. This is going to be a jump ball. Oma's going to get possession.
Good work. Again, another one of those skirmishes. Both teams really wanting this basketball game tonight. Coach Our Lady Mercy Academy giving Coach DePatry and the Lady Crusaders all they want in here.
8-point lead. First minute of play in the fourth. The one thing that Oma has going for them, Wildwood Catholic has 4 team fouls. Here's Prescott turning Fleckinger, and that's 5.
Yeah, that'll be the 5th team foul for the Lady Crusaders. Fleckinger, too much body on the dribble drive along the baseline by Prescott. But again, free throws are going to matter. You have to knock these down. These are crucial right now for Our Lady Mercy Academy to, stay in this one here.
Scoring with the clock stopped, right?
Correct.
How many times can you say it? It's been an Achilles heel for this team, and they're going to have to somehow overcome this. One more for Savannah.
Yeah, and you don't want to, you don't want to keep talking about it too much, but it's a legitimate.
All 4 Savannah Prescott free throws are misses, and she still has 2 for the night. And an empty trip for Oma, any way you look at it.
You got to come up with a defensive stop here because you could have cut that 8-point lead into 6. You don't want Wildwood Catholic to knock down a 3 here.
Fleckinger misses. Dragone's got a board. Kick out, Coyle. Can she turn on Murphy? Keeps going. Bernhardt, little jumper, that no good. Prescott, no, and she'll go to the line on the foul. Mikulski, foul number 6.
Let's not let it go unnoticed the job that by every one of the Our Lady Mercy Academy players, whether you name it, Fetty even coming off the bench, they really do a nice job attacking the offensive glass. They want every ball that comes off one of their shots or jump shots, they want that offensive rebound, and they do everything they can to go get it. All she really needs is 1 to go for her, just to lift that confidence level up.
Couldn't do it. 0 for 6 from the line, an empty trip. The good news is Wildwood Catholic is 1 foul away from the bonus situation for Oma, and we still have 6 minutes to go. And look at Savannah on defense, all over Mikulski. They lost the ball, and a great defensive play by Drew Coyle.
She's just unbelievable. We've said it time and time again.
That's good for Prescott.
Now, how about this? She misses 4 free throws, right? Forget that. Let's come back and switch from right hand to left hand in the middle of the paint, split 2 defenders, and bank in a floater.
You mentioned the glass. You mentioned the glass.
And bank in a little runner.
It's down to 6.
Funny how things work sometimes.
And she got stripped by Fetty. She picked her pocket. Prescott couldn't get it and out of bounds, and Oma had all of it, and they lost it. Oh, that would have brought the house down.
And it, even in a miss, it really did. I mean, she was unable to finish, but what a move. Goes behind the back from right hand to left hand. Game changer replay. Let's watch this. Fetty gets the steal. That's McCabe with the dribble drive. Ariana Fetty gets the steal. Let's get out in transition. Fetty to Prescott. 2 dribbles with the right hand. Behind the back to the left. Back to the right. What a move. Just unable to finish. Great job by the game changer replay of the game on that possession.
That is Brian Coyle keeping his girls in this contest. 5:31 to go. Again, Wildwood Catholic is 1 foul away from putting Oma on the line. And even though Oma has not been performing well at the free throw line, that is something you absolutely want to do.
It's still a good position to be in because what it does is it allows you to attack the rim, right? I mean, you don't have to just settle for threes. You can attack the rim, and as you just said a couple minutes ago, you get to score with no time on the clock. Not that they're down by that much, but again, with 5:31 left, again, Steve DePatry and his kids are well-versed. They're well-coached. They execute very well. They know the delay game. They know how, a 6 or 8 point lead against Wildwood Catholic with 3 minutes is a lot different than a 6 or 8 point lead against a team that likes to get out and transition and run, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. He can drain that clock, and his girls can drain the clock with the best of them. Wildwood Catholic OLMA going to have a good defensive stance here. Coming out in full court pressure is Our Lady Mercy Academy.
It's McCabe. It's Fleckinger in the middle. 6-point lead for the Crusaders. 5:20 left. Lily King back into the game. She wears number 11.
No effect so far on Dragon in regards to the play at the end of the third quarter, fortunately for the Villagers.
That's Vodges in the middle. Murphy's open. Not there. Rebound back to Vodges, and she scores.
Yeah, Vodges right there stayed right on the block. The ball came off the left side of the rim, battled for it. The loose ball ended up right in Vodges' hands for the finish.
Prescott takes the contact and scores anyway.
And you talk about finishing. What a finish there by Prescott. Plays through the contact, able to get the ball with her right hand up on the square and finish for 2.
She has 6. That's the deficit. 43-37. We're down to 4.5 to go. King. Anybody can fire up a 3, though, for DePatry, including McCabe.
You got that right. And there it is. Just good ball movement. It's just great execution by a team who's well-versed and well-coached. And when you have all 5 players on the floor that can knock it down, they found the open player via
Vodges just swatted Sacco. And with 4 minutes to go, Murphy fires up a 3. Out of bounds. Coyle had a hand on it, but they say McCabe touched it last. And OLMA will get it back with exactly 4 minutes to go, and the lead is now 9. Another 3 for McCabe, and Ella now has 8. And now we have a timeout.
Full timeout at that.
With 4 minutes to go. Come back for the exciting final 4 minutes here on BFA.
When it comes to taking care of your physical wellness, maintaining good health of your bones and muscles, you want a team of doctors you can trust and who hold themselves to the highest standards. At Premier Orthopedic Associates, we believe that you should live life at your best. Our team of non-operative and operative orthopedic specialists strive for the highest standards, exceptional outcomes, and happiest patients. Come and experience the Premier difference.
One more time inside the OLMA huddle. A 6-point game just now has now been ballooned to 9 with 2 3 balls from Wildwood Catholic. So it'll be OLMA possession. We're at the 4-minute mark here of the 4th.
What a good, aggressive, physical basketball game we've had in here tonight by 2 really good girl basketball teams here, not only the Cape Atlantic League, but South Jersey.
Prescott misses that short jumper. Murphy with a big rebound, and she comes right out of the pack. Prescott got a hand on it.
Yep.
Well, say what you will about her free throw tonight, but she is doing everything, and instead there's a travel call against Drew Coyle.
Yeah, she did a great job hustling back on defense, was able to tip the ball away and obtain it herself. However, a little too aggressive on the offensive end, just over-dribbled a little bit, got herself into a little bit of trouble. Then the loose ball, when Coyle tried to obtain it and continue the dribble, she turned it over on the wall.
Out of control, caused the travel. 3:25 left, 9-point lead. Mikulski back into the Wildwood Catholic lineup.
So this is what I'm talking about. You spread the floor, you put 4 people in 4 corners, you dribble, penetrate to the top of the key, everybody replaces, and you kick it back out. Unless you can get all the way to the rim, then you lay it in. Little open set, 4-corner set run by Coach DePatry with the Lady Crusaders to either score or drain that clock.
Dragon fought that one off from Wallace, got a rebound, and an OLMA possession with a stop. Coyle, under 3 to go. Here's Prescott, kick out, Sacco. Bad miss, Dragon on the floor. Prescott got a handle on it, but Wildwood Catholic gets it. 2:42 to go, and watch now how this clock disappears on this offensive set.
It very well could. It's one of the things that our Wildwood Catholic and Steve DePatry coach teams throughout the years have been very good. I mean, even prior to Wildwood Catholic, Coach DePatry was the coach of Sacred Heart when I was here in 2005 to 2012, and his teams at Sacred Heart were phenomenal.
Well, didn't he tell you today that one of his Sacred Heart teams, which was very good, he compared that team to this team?
Well, all of his Sacred Heart teams were very good, but yes, he says this team reminds him of that. It reminds him of his really good teams that he had at Sacred Heart, yes.
McCabe had a foot on the line, but the rebound from Vodges is good.
Yeah, Prescott had to come from the other side of the floor to try to get Vodges, who was left alone. She couldn't get the rebound, therefore Vodges able to obtain it and lay it back in for 2.
She's got 8. Here's Coyle. Dragone, that's not her shot. And the rebound, Murphy, and then she got hammered from behind by Maddie Bernhardt. You know, I'm surprised that OLMA didn't take an opportunity to try to draw that 7th foul. They've been using the perimeter a lot more often.
Yeah, and Wildwood Catholic's doing a nice job here by spreading the floor with 4 guards on the floor. And, you know, they know what they're doing. We talked about it before. They know how to win. They're good and adverse at doing so. Even close games, they can take care of and win close games. And that's what they're doing right here tonight.
Ooh, Wallace will try a 3. Not good. Fetty's got a board. Here's Coyle. But Murphy closed her out. Under 2 minutes to go. It's an 11-point lead. It's an 8-point lead.
Yeah, Bernhardt drains one from distance.
Quick 3 for Maddie Bernhardt. She goes in double figures.
Go to our game changer. Maybe we have a game changer replay of the right here, maybe on Bernhardt's 3, because that was from NBA territory.
And it was necessary. So the clock, minute 53. A held ball will go to the Crusaders. But again, that stat still looms that the next team foul against Steve DePatry will put OLMA on the line. They have 16 fouls.
So we talked about there's good timeouts to take, and this was certainly a good one by Coach Brian Coyle right here. He's not going to let his team or Wildwood Catholic inbound the ball and go run time off that clock without letting him know what he wants his girls to do defensively against that spread offense. Again, Wildwood Catholic's going to go to a little 4-corner set here. Put a player in all 4 corners on the offensive end and dribble penetrate to the top of the key area. Either look to get by and catch a screen and get to the rim, or kick back out and let's drain this clock. But Coach Coyle just drew something up defensively in that huddle to figure out what he wants to do against that spread and drain and 4-corner offense.
Be aware here that McCabe can run the baseline.
Picking up full court man are the Villagers.
Instead, it's to Mikulski.
Coyle to Mikulski, stops Mikulski. Dragone trying to chase down the double, can't do it.
So 1:45 to go, an 8-point lead.
The call by Coach DePatry is circle, where everybody circles along the perimeter.
No way she's going to throw that up there, even though Fleckinger was open.
Yeah, now they're going to kick it back out. They're going to drain as much of this as they can. Good job by Coach Coyle fouling. Wildwood Catholic so diverse and so good at running this clock out. You had to foul right here because it's an 8-point lead. You got to get, and you only have 4 team fouls. You still have 3 more team fouls if you're the Villagers to commit before they can even get in a 1-on-1.
Foul on Maddie Bernhardt, and that's her 4th.
You're going to see them foul quickly if they don't come up with a steal right here.
McCabe, double team coming, and Dragone commits the foul.
Not the worst thing in the world. It's only her second. That's for, you know, therefore you need the fouls to get them into the 1-on-1 anyway, as we just spoke about.
And you need to get Dragone in for those fouls because she only has 2.
Correct. Although I don't think OLMA's in much foul trouble anyway, but you're right.
Oh, there's the steal.
Pick.
Drew Coyle comes away with it. Big basket.
Good job. Big steal. Big basket by Coyle. Good job on the defensive end by the Villagers.
Here's McCabe into the front court. And you can see Vodges yelling to everybody, spread it out.
Coach Coyle wanting everybody to come double.
Ooh. Fetty.
I think they're going to call this an intentional foul, partner.
They are.
Ariana Fetty came, and the rule right here is, folks, if you're out there, the rule right here is you have to make an attempt for the ball. And you also can't come and foul and put 2 hands on, as you see right there on the waist, and shoves her to the floor. She had both hands on the waist, no attempt for the ball, thus the intentional. Which means Mikulski will get 2 shots, and Wildwood Catholic will retain possession.
That could be a killer. I will tell you, that there are two components to that. One is, yes, the hand was in front. One of the hands was in front, but you're absolutely right. No attempt at all for the ball. And that, unfortunately,
if one hand was on the hip and the other one was reaching for the ball that she
fine.
had in her arms, that's fine.
Yep.
That's not an intentional foul. But when
Right.
two hands go to the hip and the girl ends up shoved to the floor, unfortunately for the Villagers, fortunately for the Lady Crusaders, that is an intentional foul.
Murphy. There's Drew Coyle. Timeout to Petrie.
And a good one, because he was worried about turning it over, and he almost was.
So with the score 50-42 and 44 seconds to go, tonight's game was produced and directed by Ryan Schumacher. Cameras tonight, Charles Hope, who's still the best 50-yard line man in the business.
So such a good,
Nick
such a
Penza.
good guy and a good photographer.
And how about Nick Penza, that video project that he put out there on Facebook? Just amazing.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what,
Amazing.
you talk about Nick Penza, when he gets that second camera, he's all over this gym hustling pictures down, and
Yeah.
he does a really good job for BFA. So does everybody here. I'll tell you what a great organization to be with, great company to be with. We hope you're enjoying it out there as much as we're doing it here.
Double box. And I teased him, by the way, too, and I said, you know, he edited our wedding video, and it was
Okay.
a nice job. That was a year ago.
Already? I realized that the other day.
The executive producers of BFA Sports, Brian Murray, Doug Stasic, Al Fisher.
OLMA, if they don't come up with a steal right away here, they will foul and put Wildwood Catholic to the line. Down 8 with only 44 left.
And when we get another whistle, Steve Westcott will have a programming note about a certain basketball tournament coming up. That's a poor inbound. Bernhardt steals it. Can she go the length of the floor? No, and she lost possession. That was an unfortunate situation for OLMA because they actually had the steal.
Yeah, and Bernhardt thought she got fouled. I'm not sure if she did or didn't. Just trying to make her way to the rim, dribbling through Pesha to see if she can draw a foul or kick out to a three or finish herself. Unfortunately lost possession, and Wildwood Catholic will go to the line for the 1-and-1.
All right, what you got going on this weekend,
So
partner?
if anybody could, I'm the vice president of the South Jersey Co-Basketball Summit. We have brought back to South Jersey and Cape Atlantic League in Atlantic County the Seagull Basketball Classic. So we will be at Holy Spirit all weekend long this weekend with 18 games, partner, being held between Friday and Sunday night. So if you could, please join BFA Sports as we telecast the 2023 Seagull Classic, brought to you by the Co-Basketball Summit.
Steal and a basket. Let's reset it for you. A 6-point game with 28 seconds to go. Again, 16 fouls for Wildwood Catholic. OLMA now in the penalty because of the intentional fouls. And in the held ball, Wildwood Catholic gets it. It was a game tonight. You highlighted all three keys very well. And if the result stays the way it does, that missed free throw bug is going to bite OLMA again.
It certainly is, unfortunately, for the Villagers. And they did a nice job in the other two aspects. They do not have a lot of turnovers in here tonight. They did keep it around 10 to 12, which is what they needed. They couldn't let it get to 15 or 16. Dragoon still favoring that back a little bit. However, they did a good job in the turnover department. As far as minimizing runs, there was never a double-digit run by Wildwood Catholic. They might have had a 1-point lead that got to 9, but Our Lady Mercy Academy was able to minimize it and make a run of their own. But there was just no answer for the missed free throws tonight, and that's going to bite them.
There it is to Murphy, and there's the foul from Dragoon. When you have a small gym like this, that really takes a lot of coaching and planning to get somebody free, especially in that situation of a full court.
Yeah, the size of the gym in here tonight definitely does favor OLMA. However, I got news for you. Wildwood Catholic, I don't know if you've been in that joint.
I have.
I know you have. However, my point is, if you think this gym's small, listen, Wildwood Catholic's a great traditional basketball place. And speaking of tradition in basketball, I'll finish my note. Go ahead.
Oh, another turnover. Could have cut the lead to 6. Almost had their chances tonight. And there's the foul, and that is from Sophie Sacco on Mikulski.
So I'll finish my statement. We talk about legendary coaches and legendary people. We talk about Coach McCarville here at Our Lady Mercy Academy. On the bench for Wildwood Catholic and as an assistant to Coach Steve DePatry. Is Coach Fran St. John. And I'll tell you what, he's still coaching at Wildwood Catholic, and he coached back, I'm going to age myself, I apologize. He was the boys coach back at Wildwood Catholic in the late 70s, early 80s, and when I played in the 80s. And he's still on a bench at Wildwood Catholic coaching with Coach Steve DePatry.
That's him in the blazer?
Yes, it is, in the tie, and he's just a
why would you do that?
legendary coach and legendary person. Good to still see him in the gym.
Prescott, if she had made that, my goodness.
Yeah.
That could have made it a 3-point game if she makes this. As it stands right now, it's going to be a 3-shot foul. Savannah Prescott can make this a 2-possession game with 9.7 seconds to go.
Yeah, right. What if that goes in?
It's been that kind of night.
Yeah, from that, I tell you what, Our Lady Mercy Academy's done such a good job in here tonight, and unfortunately, there at the charity stripe is where they're going to want this one back. It's unfortunate. However, Wildwood Catholic did a lot of really good things in order to win this game.
One more.
Kudos to them, because we talked about how well coached they are. We talked about having multiple players that can shoot from the perimeter. We talked about the defense that they can lay on you and cover you aggressively, and all those things took place tonight. OLMA matched all of that, but they just unfortunately couldn't get the charity stripe to work for them.
They gave them all they could handle.
Yes, they did.
Prescott gets off the schneid at the free throw line. And Brian Coyle lets them dribble it out. Wildwood Catholic will go to 9-0. But they were tested tonight. And a 6-point win for Steve DePatry and the Crusaders as they defeat OLMA 51-45. We'll come back and we'll wrap it up here tonight on BFA.
When it comes to taking care of your physical wellness, maintaining good health of your bones and muscles, you want a team of doctors you can trust and who hold themselves to the highest standards. At Premier Orthopedic Associates, we believe that you should live life at your best. Our team of non-operative and operative orthopedic specialists strive for the highest standards, exceptional outcomes, and happiest patients. Come and experience the Premier difference.
We live in a community that cares. We make sure everyone eats, everyone plays, everyone stays warm, and everyone is protected. We support our youth in organizations that teach the value of community and self-worth. We make strides against breast cancer every day. Together, in this community, we make a difference. RK Chevrolet, RK Kia, and RK Subaru, proudly serving our community since 1982.
Welcome back to OLMA. Chris Losey, Steve Westcott, BFA Sports Crew. I don't know if it's still up on the scoreboard, but 51-45 is the final. Wildwood Catholic goes to 9-0. OLMA ends their 4-game winning streak, but a tough basketball game tonight. I want to take you back to our open. You listed 3 keys.
Yeah, the 3 keys were minimizing runs by Wildwood Catholic. Our Lady Mercy Academy did a really good job in that. No run got more than, I believe, 8 points in the entire game. We said 7, 8, 9 was okay. You couldn't let it get to 16-2 or 14-2. You had to minimize them, and Our Lady Mercy Academy did a good job of that. The free throw line was another. We're going to leave that one be. Let's skip over that one and go to the turnover one. The Our Lady Mercy Academy couldn't afford 15, 16 turnovers in here tonight. They had to minimize them to 10 or 12, and that's right where they were at that number. The free throw line, unfortunately, for Our Lady Mercy Academy bit them tonight. And again, kudos to Wildwood Catholic and their players and their coaches for, putting on a really good performance in here tonight and coming up with a W.
They just seemed to make a shot when they needed to. Carly Murphy, Kelsey Mikulski, and even Ava Vages.
Yeah, Ava Vages did a really good job in the paint, finding open space, being able to obtain offensive rebounds and laying them back in for 2. Mikulski was their leading scorer tonight. Carly Murphy, the sophomore commit, had a really good game in here tonight. And, hey, they're 9-0 for a reason, buddy. I mean, and he got his 537th win in here tonight, and Coach DePatry did, and they're a really, really good basketball team.
So let's put a wrap on it with our weekend. It's the Seagull Classic down there in Holy Spirit High School. You're going to be there a lot.
I will be there pretty much from tomorrow afternoon at 3 o'clock until Sunday night at 10:30. 18 games coming your way from Holy Spirit High School in the Seagull Classic, brought to you by the Basketball Summit. BFA Sports is kind enough to be there and telecast the games on Saturday and Sunday. Look forward and hoping you're watching, and we look forward to bringing you some great basketball throughout the weekend.
That's our final here, 51-45. OLMA goes down to Wildwood Catholic, their arch rival and nemesis. And they'll be back here next week here on BFA, but of course we got the Seagull Classic. So for the entire crew, Steve Westcott, I'm Chris Losey. Thank you for joining us tonight, and we'll see you for a whole weekend of basketball down the shore this weekend. Goodbye, everybody.
Take care, all.